Hey everyone, how's it going? Y hola a todos in Colombia. My name's Thomas Dawson, and I've been to Colombia 15 times now, and I spent at least 3 years worth of accumulated time here. This next video you're going to see is about Valle de Cocora. Valle de Cocora, or the Cocora Valley, is located about 40 minutes away from the little artisans town of Salento, nestled in the mountains of Quindio department in Colombia. So if you want to get to Salento, here's how you get there. You can go to either Pereira, which is a city of just less than 1 million people, or you can go to Armenia. Both are in the heart of the coffee region, and it's a really beautiful area, so definitely worth checking out. From Pereira, you go to the bus terminal, and I actually did a video of Salento where I show you exactly where you need to go in order to get your ticket and then to catch the bus. So if you haven't seen that one, catch that one, you'll know exactly where to go. It's only 8,000 pesos, which is less than $4 Canadian, so it's pretty inexpensive to get there, as is bus travel in Colombia in general. From Armenia, it takes even less time to get to Salento. And once you're in Salento, basically just follow the instructions I give in this upcoming video, and you'll get there no problem. It only costs 4,000 pesos for the round trip, and it's only about 35 minutes to get to Valle de Cocora, which is a lush green valley amongst the mountains, and it's a beautiful place. But just so that you know, it can get a little bit cooler there, and it does tend to rain. Sometimes it'll pour for 1 or 2 hours in the afternoon, and that'll be nice again, so be prepared for rain. The first 3 photos are photos I took in the coffee region, while the next few are examples for what you'll see in Valle de Cocora. The palm trees you'll see growing in the Cocora Valley are the highest growing palm trees altitude-wise on the planet. As well, you'll see beautiful magenta-colored flowers growing in some of the trees set amongst lush green hillsides. Sometimes the mist rolls in, and it's quite a sight to behold. And then all these people over here, they're probably waiting for the jeeps to arrive. It's still a little bit early, so the town's just kind of waking up. But one of the main things people love to do here, which we'll be doing later, is going to Valle de Cocora, and so the jeeps will be all lining up one after another in these stalls, and I think it's only, I'll have to remind myself when I get on, it's about 5,000 pesos, which is about $2.40 Canadian, and it's here comes one of the jeeps here, and it's about a 40-minute jeep ride to Valle de Cocora. And Valle de Cocora, as you'll see later on, is just a beautiful, I guess it's a park, but it's not a national park or anything. But it's very green, rolling hills, mountains. Sometimes the mist rolls in. And there's no charge to enter the park, but I will say that if you do, there's a circular loop you can do. And if you go one way, there's one private landowner who will charge you, I think it's 2,000 pesos, which is less than $1 Canadian, so no big deal. But if you go the other way, funnily enough, he doesn't charge you on the way back. So.
Transportation to get there is 6,000 per person for the road.
Alright, so away we go. They have a new system. You used to pay here for going one way. And yeah, but now they have there and back. What they put out entonces quiere ser Okay, here we go. Salento is about 30 spot where you have to make a momentous decision. Either keep going straight, derecho, and now we'll go up a gently winding road, and you'll get to a spot where you have to pay 2 or 3 mil pesos, and then you go up into the mountains, and then you can either go up the back, or at the top of the mountain, more or less, you go down a steep hill, and then you can come back along this route right here. So now your other choice is to go down this dirt road here. That will take you to the Hummingbird Sanctuary. And if you want to do that, it's going to take you more or less 2 hours, depending on your pace. You can do it quicker, but 2 hours is a pretty slow pace where you're taking some photos, taking your time. Yeah, just a little bit about this way. At first it goes downhill and it goes through a nice farm field, so you kind of just gentle ups and downs. And then you're going to be going along a river in the jungle. And for the most part, it's more just ups and downs, but it's a little bit muddier. And then when you get to the point where you see the sign for the Hummingbird Sanctuary, that's going to be about 20 minutes more. And it's going to be a little bit steeper, so if you're not too good at steep climbs, you might not want to do that. But I think it's well worth it because the Hummingbird Sanctuary is it's only 5 mil pesos to get in, and it's a lot of fun. You get a hot chocolate and coffee with that. So in the past, if you went this direction towards the Hummingbird Sanctuary, you didn't have to pay anything. But if you went the other way up the slow and winding hill, you had to pay a couple mil pesos to get into the private property. But they have a new change. There was a guy earlier here who took 2 mil per person, which is less than $1, so no big deal. But yeah, there's been a few little changes around Salento and Valle de Cocora. And then that's the way to the jungle. So we're 35 minutes into the walk, maybe 30 minutes, and basically we're at the edge of the jungle now. So once you get here, you'll see the sign, and this is the route to go to the Hummingbird Sanctuary. And from here to get to the trail that actually goes up into the mountains, you're going to be walking another 50 minutes to 1 hour. Now, of course, that depends on your pace. We went at a bit of a moderate to maybe moderate quick pace, so if you're going slow, it's going to take longer. So anyway, once you get to that spot, you'll pick it up again, and then it'll be another 20 or so minutes to the Hummingbird Sanctuary. But yeah, it's about 35 minutes from Cocora Valley to the spot. And I want to make sure that you know that just when you go on this trail, about not even 5 minutes, watch and listen for a waterfall, because there's a really nice waterfall in here. And then there's a muddy trail that kind of goes down the steep little trail. But it only takes a minute to get down there, so it's not a big deal. But it's a little slippery, but really nice waterfall you should check out if you're going to come all this way and go this route. Go. Okay, so we've done a little detour off the main path to this beautiful waterfall right here. And it's a nice waterfall in the park, but it's kind of hard to find, so you have to really, you can just barely see it when you're walking on the main path up there, but you'll hear it, and then you have to look through the path. It's kind of hard to find, and it goes down a mud embankment, but you keep your ears open once you get into the jungle area. About 35 minutes past Cocora Village, but if you just keep your ears open, you'll find it. So if you're doing the route that goes to see the hummingbirds, Las Colibris, this is one of the many suspension bridges that you'll go over. A little bouncy for sure, but definitely fun. This is the river that runs through the area, through the jungle. Very beautiful. And here's another view from down below. Yet another suspension bridge that we'll be going over. I love them. Reminds me of something out of Indiana Jones or Lost World. So once you start getting to the area where there's a little more uphill, you're getting closer to where the trail to the hummingbirds start. Okay, so I'm at the official junction where you can go left up that hill right there and just watch for these signs right here. That'll be the indicator you want to find. So this trail will be part of the circle route if you so desire, but it's pretty steep. I mean, not like rope climb steep, but it's a good burn on the legs, and it goes up there for a while. It'll take you maybe half an hour to get up to where the top area is before you start the descent down a nice road. But yeah, it's if you're carrying some heavy camera gear or something, it's going to be a bit of a grind. So you know, it's a decision you'll have to make whether you go to the loop or if you're going to go visit the Hummingbird Sanctuary, La Casa de los Colibris. Colibris as hummingbirds. And so from here, this point, it's going to be another 20 or so minutes, and if I recall correctly, there is a bit of a uphill part to it as well, but nothing like the other uphill that you'd be on if you go left. So it's pretty neat, the Hummingbird Sanctuary. So if you have the time, I definitely recommend you go. Again, if you saw another part of the video, it's 5,000 pesos. If that's what it still is to get in. It's about $2.20 Canadian, $2 American, thereabouts. And you get a coffee or a hot chocolate with that. And again, if memory serves me correctly, they do have a basic Colombian food up there. I think it's rice and beans and maybe some chicken or something. And bathrooms. A little bit of the flora and fauna along the way to the Colibris. Okay, so my memory was correct. It is 5,000 pesos, 5,000 pesos to enter the Hummingbird Sanctuary. Let's go. Okay, we're at the official entrance to the Hummingbird Sanctuary, so let's do a little recap. From Salento to Cocora village in the Jeep is approximately 30 minutes. Then from Cocora village to where the denser jungle starts, if you're coming the route that goes to the Hummingbird Sanctuary, that's approximately 35 minutes to the farmland where the cows are grazing. And then once you hit the jungle, it's approximately close to an hour to get to the sign where you can go uphill to do the circle route. But that includes a 10-minute, stop, and took a couple videos of me crossing the bridges and everything. So, and then from the spot where you can go uphill, that's about another 20 minutes, but just be forewarned, it's a lot of uphills to get to the Hummingbird Sanctuary, but it's worth it. Alright, so as I was mentioning, including your 5,000 entry fee to the Hummingbird Sanctuary, you'll get hot chocolate or coffee.
Porque otro amor llegó con fuerza para amar. En mi anhelo de vivir tengo mucho que entregarlo has de saber. Que no hace falta sin ti sobreviviré.
Well, at least the good news is that heading back to Cocora village, there's more downhill than uphill. That's fun. The long and winding road of the Cocora Valley. So we're speculating that these rocks that are kind of scattered about, which I don't think could have rolled down the hill, or maybe left over from when this area was, I don't know, maybe had a glacier, or maybe it was an ocean at this point one time. Now you might think that sounds silly, but when I was in Villa Leyva, there's actually a little museum that shows that that area was actually ocean at one point, and so it's not that far-fetched. So at one point in the past, it's rumored that extraterrestrials were living in this area, and that this was actually a Stonehenge-like monument, and that these stones have gradually fallen off from their circular pattern. Of course, that would be in perfect alignment with the stars that the extraterrestrials knew all about, being the astronomers that they were, since they came from those stars. So yeah, that's what happened. Oscar. Hola. Oscar. Looks like an Oscar. You guys just don't know how lucky you are to be living here. Sounds like a mentally ill cow that just this weird sound.
While you're looking at a few of my photos from the Cocora Valley, I like to mention a couple of important things. Once you get to the Cocora village, there will be a fairly large restaurant there, so you can eat at that. There will be a few cafes that have refreshments and snacks, and you can take those along with you. But once you leave the Cocora village, and if you're to just do the circle route without going to the Hummingbird Sanctuary, just take note that there won't be any snack stands or any type of food or refreshments along the way, nor will there be any bathrooms. And so come prepared for both. Bring lots of water and bring some snacks, and you know what else. Last but not least, if you just do the circle route through the jungle and up the hill and along the river, that'll take you approximately 4 hours of just walking time. Also note that as soon as you arrive to the Cocora village, that there will be some people who are going to be offering horseback rides. Now, that looks like a lot of fun, at least for a while. So if you do it, that could be interesting, and let me know how it goes.
Let me see that nice sunset. It's driving me bonkers because I have nowhere here in Cali to take a nice shot. Anyhow, if you like the video, you know the routine. Please click like and subscribe. Even if you like the video just for like 5 seconds, 10 seconds, that's all I need. Just give me a like. Thanks.